Who's ready for an adventure? It is now just after 8 o'clock in the morning and I'm heading all the way over that way to the train station to start my journey all the way to Bangkok for a backpacking adventure of 5 months. Now the journey today is the train via London to Gatwick Airport. I've got a flight which has cost me about £330 going all the way to Bangkok via Turkmenistan, and I'm flying on Turkmenistan Airways, which is both a new airway that I've never used before and a new country that I've never been to, and I've never been to Gatwick before, so all this is brand new. This will be my first backpacking journey since I got back 4.5 months ago, and it's been a time of rest, recuperation, seeing family, friends and getting used to normality. Now I'm ready to go back, so I've only got 20 minutes to get to the train station, plenty of time, and the train itself is costing me £73, which still is expensive. Now, across the road, that used to be a garage and houses and pubs, and it's all been knocked down and been worked on for the last 1.5 to 2 years, and basically they're extending the railway station to make a big massive car park, a nice welcome to Darlington ticket office over there, and I've been told by the time I get back this will all be finished, which is very exciting. So this video will show me getting from here to Bangkok with hopefully as little problems as possible. I've already checked on my passport about 15 times, but yeah, let's go. Right, now at the train station, just waiting for this train. I'm actually on time, not rushing like I usually am. Still got about 5 minutes, and even though they're working on the outside doing stuff, they're doing stuff inside as well to make it look also pretty. But this train journey will take about 3.5 hours, and then it's King's Cross. So that's me in King's Cross, London. Journey was quite comfortable. I was too tired doing any videoing, just want to relax. This place is, as expected, busy, full of people. So I've been on the map to find out how to get to my next port of call, which is Victoria Station. It says I could walk 1.5 hours and it would take me past the British Museum, Buckingham Palace, but it's about 1.5 hours. It's a little bit too far. So I'm going to grab this tube, get Victoria. I do believe it's just outside Buckingham Palace. I might have a little wander across. I've still got loads of time. But yeah, tube station. Now I'm just outside London, Victoria. It's a busy old place, and I would have filmed the tube coming through, but holding on to my camera, my ticket, my phone, trying to work out where I was going, a bit too much. Now officially I've got about 5 hours before I get to onto the plane, and every time I do come down London I never really get a chance to go out and see anything, and Buckingham Palace is about 10 minutes down here. So why not? Why not go and see if the King's in? Plus it's perfect weather. Look at that. Victoria Palace. And you will find that people from the north of England don't really get a chance to come down here. As my dad would say, it's for the southerners. And I've seen lots of backpacks. Right, let's find Buckingham Palace. I seem to be in the right road, I think. There's a sign that says Buckingham Palace Road. I feel such a tourist. Wow. I can see why the tourists actually come down here. But there is a lot of tourists around here. There you go, there's the Royal Mews, whatever that is. I'm getting closer. Lots of police around. I don't know if this is the back end. Don't even know how big Buckingham Palace is. Right, getting closer, and across the road you can see the crowds. Oh my God. Now I don't know if the police is out because it's normal. The road is blocked. So is something happening? Now before I left I did make a packed lunch. So I'm tempted to have a wander into the park, if that's a park. Have a little sit down and have something to eat just outside Buckingham Palace. Oh, that's exit. Alright. Right, and there it is. Buckingham Palace. Let's get a better view. I feel like a proper tourist. Yep. Oh, if you can get a bit closer, you can just see some soldiers marching. Is that change of the guard? Right, let's go over here. I have tried to get a bit closer to the road to find out what's happening, but when you're carrying a big backpack on your back and one in your front, people don't tend to let you go forward. But there's flags everywhere, there's people everywhere, there's a helicopter in the sky. And then that's the front of Book House. So you can get a bit higher. So you've probably got a better view than what I've got.
It's cool. We were at the tower.
Well, if you want to know what's happening, always ask a policeman. And the nice policeman behind me just told me it's trooping the colour today. Who knew? Which is why all the tourists are here. So now it's just after 12. The king left about 15 minutes ago to go somewhere. Probably went off to get some milk. And then he's coming back, and in the next half hour, and then he'll be on the balcony, wherever the balcony is. I've seen it on the TV so many times. But we go on the balcony and have a little wave. Trooping the colour. Should have known. I was happily having an English scone, sat down, and so a lot of people were running towards here. So I can just see it. I don't know if you can see it better. People in horse guards. No, I don't know if that's the king coming back from picking up the milk. Oh, better viewpoint here. Obviously I cannot see a thing. I don't know if I'm pointing the right way. I'm going to follow that camera there. Oh, seems to be a better view over here. Wow. So I've just been online. It's now 12:30, and according to the BBC News, that the King and Queen are on the way back, and at 1 o'clock there's going to be a flight past by the Red Arrows, and then somewhere on the balcony up there they'll all come out and have a little wave to me to wish me good luck on my travels. It's really nice of them to sort this out for me for today, because all the action seems to be over that way. I might get a bit closer to these guys. Cannons. Wow. Oh my god, it's all the way down as well. Right, there are people on the balcony. No idea who it is. That's the end of it. Whoever was on the balcony has come back in. Well, that was something I wasn't expecting. I keep forgetting that I've actually got a flight in about 4 hours. That's still some time. But be outside Buckingham Palace, I think the better area over there is where all the flags are over that way.
For the baby?
So they've got a better view of the palace. And I guess that when everybody came out, you can just see small heads, small bodies. But it's different. So they've just opened the barriers up, which means we can go towards the front. Buckingham Palace, but you can already see how many people are coming. What on earth has he got on? So hopefully I'll get a better view. There are thousands and thousands of people here. Oh my God. I might get a bit close. Oh, there we are. Oh my God. That's Prince Charles. Sorry, King Charles. There's some helicopters. Obviously everyone's got their cameras on that. I think this is as close as I can get. Still planes. So at the moment there's a lot of people booing.
Oh my God!
Ditch the ditchy, down with the crown. Not many people there. Well, this was really unexpected. I did not have King Charles waving at me on my to-do list today, but I've got to go to the airport. And you can just see there all the guardsmen. I think that's them finished for the day. The protesters are still down there, but they're not shouting as loudly as they were because there's a lot of booing. But everyone's starting to make their way out. So I should do the same. So I'll see you at Gatwick Airport. Right, I'm now in Gatwick Airport. I've just checked in to Turkmenistan Airways. So I've only got the small bag with me right now. The Gatwick Express train to get here took longer than what I thought it was. Give me a chance to have a quick look at all the stuff on the. Oh my god, that's too much, so you've got a condensed version of it. Right. Now compared to Heathrow, this is a lot quieter. Really seems to be going the same way. And that's me through to departure lounge, and trying to work out where I'm going. To go through departures from customs to here, it's the longest duty-free mile in the world for me so far. But my flight in Turkmenistan is at 16:55, flying the capital of Ashgabat, which is a new one for me. Now, although it was quiet outside, it looks a bit quiet inside compared to major airports. Departure lounge was crazy. Customs looking through your bags. I've got about an hour and a half to have a look around. Now, I've already mentioned in the previous video when I said where I was going, that money is a bit tight, so I can't go crazy going to all these restaurants. Airport prices, always expensive. And they've not released the gate number until it says on the board for another half hour. So it looks like I'm just going to have a little wander around. Well, I've just been chilling out, relaxing, and unfortunately I've just looked at the departure gate numbers and it closes in 15 minutes time. So I need to go and find gate number 31 very quickly. I do know when I miss this flight. I think I was falling asleep. It's getting so comfortable in these chairs. Right, gate number 31, down the stairs. Let's do the stairs. So once I get to Ashgabat, the capital, I'm only there for an hour and a half layover, so I'm not going to see much of the airport. I'll be doing exactly what I'm doing right now and running around. Right, I'm just following everybody else here. Gate 31. This is really good exercise. Because this is one of the cheapest flights and the quickest ones as well, going to Bangkok. I'd be curious to know if there'll be other backpackers coming on this flight, or is it just lots of people from Turkmenistan? Oh my god, how far away is this? I think that's the plane just there in green. There's gate number 31. Not many people around. Your last minute duty frees. Right, let's get on this plane. So this is Turkmenistan Airlines, and this is the second flight I've had. The first one was obviously from Gatwick to Ashgabat, the capital. I did a bit of filming, and I was told by the guy, one of the stewards, no filming, no photographs. I had to delete everything I'd taken. And we arrived in Ashgabat an hour late. So everybody that was getting the connecting flights had run to get the next flight. So I didn't see any of the airport apart from running. But they're not the best airline. That is why they are not letting people film, take photographs. Now, the first flight from Gatwick had between 40 to 60 people on board. This is exactly the same. There's not many people flying. In fact, if you go back there, they had to all them come onto the back down, and there's about 4 or 5 people gone back there because there's more space, because there's just put everybody together as close as they could. The meals is not the best. This is what I had earlier. It's edible. The stewardesses are not the most smiling, but you get what you pay for. It's cheap, it's nasty. And that is me now in Thailand, and to be honest, that flight is probably one of the easiest flights I've had. Simple, mainly because due to the lack of people, we all had 3 seats to each other, so we could actually lie down and have a decent night's sleep. So I've just been to the ATM. Always do it when I get to an airport, just to make sure that my bank knows I've arrived in the country. And the hostel I've booked is about 3 stops away on the Sky train. I only booked it because I knew my first night would be jet lag. So now I've got to find where I'm going to. So yeah, not much filming on the airline. But hey ho, I'm here. So I think I need to go down to the very bottom. I should know this up by heart, the amount of times I've been here. On a level from 1 to 10, how tired am I? Oh, it must be an 8. I try not to sleep in the planes. So I know that I can get back and just sleep. Right, this is where you get your tickets for to get onto the metro. Problem is, all I've got is a 1,000 baht note straight from the ATM. I know them machines don't take them. 20 baht. 2 stops, and then I can relax. And I don't think I'm the only one that's got 1,000 baht note. And the train are actually quite And that is me now at Bangkok station. Right. Oh. So down here, it's only about 6 or 7 minutes to get here. And then straight across the road, over that way, is the hostel. So it's not that far. And as I'm going down the stairs, that's it there, NTY Hostel. Oh. As I said, I've stayed here before, about a year ago. Right, let's sort things out. That's me checked in. The owner recognised me from a year ago, which is crazy. I have told her that I'm staying here for one night, and that's just the metro station there. Wow. And this is the back area where you can chill, relax. So it's been an interesting journey. From the trooping of the colour outside Buckingham Palace, which was only yesterday but feels like a lifetime ago, and then the flight of no photos, no pictures, but yeah, I don't know what I'm doing at the moment. I am going to stay here for one night. I might extend it for 2 nights just to acclimatise to the heat again, get my sleeping pattern, jet lag back to normal, and then go. But if you've enjoyed this little trip, if you've got any questions you want to ask, then just ask away. But until the next time when I go on to my big adventure, bye bye for now.